I'm back. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the like. I already see some of my friends in here. Danny baby, Miss Cleo baby. We're all some babies. Sexy babies. Anyways, hit the like, guys, as soon as you guys come in. This is really kind of like, I guess, an impromptu live. I just kind of wanted to have an open panel, more or less. I wanted to hear from you guys, hear your opinions, hear your thoughts, if you guys have any questions. I did want to review some of the footage, maybe some of the documents. Let's see. What do I want to get into? So I have an affidavit for the arrest. I also have a hospital video that I think might be more interesting that I think I want to go over. This video was by True Crime Annalee. I'm going to go ahead and share this with you guys. I want to just give my feedback as I get in here. I hope your guys' evening has been well. Hope you guys had some amazing dinner. Thank you, Danny, for hitting that like. Okay, so I'm going to put this full screen. You guys should be able to see this. There's a couple little. Is it showing it? Yes, it's showing. All right. I think I'm actually going to take myself off completely because I want you guys to really see this up close. Okay. And this is backed by the fair use. I'm just giving my commentary and my opinions. Okay, so I'm going to play this part. So this is the part where she's already been in the bathroom for a couple of minutes and her mom comes walking up. And if you notice, I mean, what do you do when you go to a door, when you want to check on somebody, when you're worried about somebody, especially your own kid? And I want to see if you guys catch what she didn't do. Okay, let's play. So if you notice, what did she do? All she did was creep up and she just put her ear to the door. I don't know if she's talking to her. I don't know if she said anything, but she's just listening. She's not knocking. She's not saying, open the door, open the door. She's listening. She's just listening for something. I don't know. Maybe telling her something. But here comes the nurse. He's right here. And he's kind of just circling. Or I think this is the first time. This is the first time she checks on her. Let me check on her. Let me take a look if she comes back. Let me see. Because this is the entire footage from the hospital. I'm trying to speed it up. But she was only in there for about 18 minutes. Did I miss it? It's hard to see. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab that really quickly. All right, guys, I got it. I'm sorry about that. So let's go ahead and pick that up again. So she checked on her first time and she's going to check on her a second time. But you notice the first time she did not. So what's that about? I mean, I know I'm knocking. I'm like, you need to open the door. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, even if, I don't care who it is. If you're my family member, if you're my friend, if you're in the bathroom and I'm worried about you, I'm like, open the door. So let's see. This is the second time. All right. So she's walking up again. And again, all she is listening. She's not even knocking. I mean, it doesn't even look like she's trying to get in there because you would usually see like someone trying to yank on the door, like, open the door. So she's listening and she's just there for a little bit. The nurses are like kind of sitting and doing their paperwork. And if you notice, this nurse comes and he's walking up to her. And then all of a sudden she backs away from the door and she's not listening anymore. And then she walks away. I mean, that's kind of weird. And then you have your face to your chin, like, girl, I feel like she just put it a little bit over the top. She's definitely creepy, Miss Cleo. She's definitely creepy. So they're all kind of like circling around. They're all kind of like the doctors, everyone is just circling. They know something's up. And what's crazy to me is that I honestly feel like these nurses and the hospital staff, I don't feel like they were totally equipped to deal with someone who's pregnant and going into labor, because I watched a video, and I could probably show it later. Um, a nurse inspected her and looked at her, and she didn't even notice like she went into labor. Like visually, she looked underneath and she didn't see anything. So it's like, how can you not see that there was definitely a difference from her pushing out a baby? I mean, she didn't even know what it looked like. So she's about to get out right now. Yeah, so I just thought that that was like a little awkward. Like the mom, that's your kid, and she seems like pretty overbearing. So it's like, why wouldn't you like tell her to open the door? I mean, they're coming with the keys right here. Um, this is the cleaning lady that actually found the baby, and I feel so bad for her. Um, so they open it, and the guy, that nurse right there, um, he says as soon as they open the door, she just walked straight. She didn't look at them. She had no emotion. She just walked out. And I noticed like when she came out of that bathroom, she kind of like held her stomach, which was like, oh my God, if you just knew. So he's telling them immediately, like, look, it's a mess. You got to go clean it up. They were saying that it looked like a crime scene. It looked like something you see in a horror film. So they're about to go in there. And I don't know if that's, the cleaning manager as well. And see the lady, like right when they opened the door, she backed up and they're pointing. They called the other nurse to come figure out what was happening to her because they didn't really know. Um, but I'm just wondering, like, it doesn't take that long to get their pregnancy test. They do it by urine. So it's like, I mean, unless they did it by blood, but they always do a urine as well. So it's like, how do you not know? How do you not know she's pregnant by this point? One thing that I wanted to say, and I'll just let this play because whoever's watching, I mean, they can just watch it. But one thing that I wanted to say is, I've given birth I went through labor, for some hours, and I noticed, like, for my first time, I remember I was sitting on the toilet and I started to make grunting noises. And I just thought I had to go pee. And then, obviously, what else I felt like I had to do. But I started grunting and like making a pushing noise. And it was just something that just was overtaking my body. And I was like really pushing. And I remember, and I will never, ever forget, this was some years ago. The nurse, like, as soon as she heard me, she like snapped into this mode and she said, "Get her off the toilet, get her off the toilet." And she like snags me off of the toilet. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what, why? She's like, "You're pushing, like and I was like, I couldn't help it at that point. But for that nurse to know to take me off the toilet is crazy to me, because I don't understand why these nurses even let her go to the bathroom and let her stay in the bathroom as long as they did. For 18 minutes, she was in there. And, they just let her. The whole thing is so bizarro. Danny, yes, it is. Miss Cleo, well, that had to be very traumatic. And how did she not make a sound delivering? Right. I mean, you have to be twisted in the head to not have made any noises. That was just crazy to me. I mean, and they were also saying, like, she must have went through it, but you're in a hospital. There is a little rope in there. If you're in trouble, if you need help, all you do is pull that little rope and they will come rushing. I mean, I'll get to the rest in a minute. Danny baby, the main thing I can think of is pressure of home, life, boyfriend, school, etc. And that's an excellent point. But what the nurses also were saying is that hospital, they are they participate in a safe surrender. So she could have just left that baby in the bathroom, and she could have even told them, like, she could have left it in the bathroom. She could have ran out and said, "Hey, please don't say anything to my mom," and that was that. And they will shut their lips, because that's the whole thing. They don't give you issues. It says no names. They don't fuss at you. They don't ask you questions. Out of all the things, being a human being with a beating heart, out of all the things that you could have done, I get it. You're young, but she's 19 years old and she's going to college, a university at that. You are smart. Okay? So why is the first thing that you think of is a trash can? Not only a trash can, but to push it out. I don't know if it fell in the toilet or not. She said that she told a nurse that she had it in her arms. To have it in your arms, looking at it, it came out of you. That's not my first thought when I had a baby and they put the baby on my chest. That was definitely not my first thought. My first thought, well, if I was in her position, I mean, my first thought would be to come running out of the room, to push on that cord, to yell, scream for help. I don't care what, but to rip off the cord, probably with her teeth or her hands. She ripped it apart. And the nurse said that it looked like string cheese. If you would have ripped a string cheese, like when you kind of string it, instead of just biting it or cutting it in half, it just looked ripped, like from an animal. She says, from an animal. So you rip that thing, I don't know, with your mouth or your hands, and you got a trash bag and you wrapped it, because it's a tall trash can. It's a very tall one. So you had to wrap it a couple of times and try to hide it and put a clean liner on top of it. And I think she also threw like the other paper towels from the crime scene. She threw it in there with him. So it was airtight. I mean, wrapping it around the body was enough for it not to breathe. But I am convinced that there was a little bit more to that. And my reason for that is because the lady went in there not too long. I mean, literally, she walked out and they went in. They didn't hear any arms, legs, head, crying. They didn't hear anything, or they would have done something. I mean, the the lady didn't know until after she was done cleaning. The lady took, I think, another 20 minutes to clean. So they didn't, I don't know if it was 2 hours. I don't know where I'm getting 2 hours, but they didn't find the baby after some time. So let's just say 40 minutes. I mean, give or take. They didn't find the baby, but she cleaned that bathroom right after she left. So they first observed it, and this whole time they did not hear a thing. So that's just I feel like she had to, in my opinion, I feel like she had to do something else. Of course, this everything that's stated in this video is alleged, and everyone is afforded the right to a trial, which she is taking. So she's innocent until proven guilty. But we can't speculate. So yeah, my big question is, when did they get that test? When did they get this positive test? And I kind of feel, I mean, after she got that trial, I mean, she's trying to sue them, right? Um, I mean, I don't think that some actual charges should be taken. Yes, people are sick, Miss Cleo, and yes, it's sad, Miss Danny baby. Um, but I do think like they have this hospital for a fact needs to take some courses on labor and delivery. There's no way that lady should have been in the bathroom. I mean, the first thing that they do when you go to any place, they take your blood, I mean, your urine for a test. So it's like, why did they take so long to figure it out? Because I know it took them a while, because once she got back in there and the baby was not inside of her, they did an ultrasound or something, because they looked and they said, you suffered a miscarriage. You suffered a miscarriage. Because obviously if she tested positive for being pregnant and they look and they see no baby, they say, you know, that's their conclusion, I'm guessing. So I guess that they said that the mother and her went back and forth, and she said that she was a virgin and what have you. I mean, grow up, kid. You're 19 years old. Get off of the tit. But I want to go over, let me stop sharing this. I want to go over their expressions, because one thing that was in the, one thing that they kept saying is that nobody ever asked for the baby. Nobody asked how it was doing. Nobody asked any details on the baby. It was just sick. Nobody ever cared. I mean, the the mom was so quick to say like, "Oh, we want the remains." You want hi Chill Master. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm so happy you're a part of my first live, and you kind of helped me get through it a little bit. And thank you for the stuff that you shared, because I'm gonna go over it right now. Let me get to that, because I went and I was at the Daily Mail and such, and I guess I had to turn on my pop-up blockers, and since then my computer was going haywire and it was running so slow. I couldn't believe it, because I had a couple of things that I wanted to go over and share. Sorry, that's my dog. I have a Doberman. She's loud, so sorry. And I have a family. I have a full family here and everything, so you guys might hear some kids yelling and all of that. I'm not gonna lock myself in my office to do a live, because if I do that, I'm never gonna do a live. I mean, I tried to wait till people were asleep and gone and what have you, and I wish I could have went live like 2 days ago or something. But anyways, So yeah, they were saying that they never asked about the baby. They never asked any details, how it was, how anything. So that's just crazy to me that they all of a sudden wanted the remains, and then they named the baby Alex and all of that, and then gave the last name to the father as well. Um, and I did want to go over them too. But let's look at this. The I guess the reactions of everyone. I want to go over the reactions of the mother and Alexei and all of that, like when they first found out and they told him there's a baby. And then what the other hospital staff had to say. Oh, I'm sorry, Danny, baby, you're in the back. I'm sorry, you should have told me. Okay, so how do I add you? Let's see. How do I add you in here? Um, let me see. Oh, okay, all I have to do is tap on you. Hold on. Hi, Danny baby.
Ooh, hello.
How are you? Thank you
Hi.
for coming.
Oh, you're welcome. I was afraid to come up because the baby is running around, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do it.
Girl, that's what I'm telling you. And I want everyone to know you can judge me. I don't care. I have a full family. I have babies. I have children. They want to watch their show. And
Right.
yeah, in my back office, I actually don't get like connection all the way back there. So it's just like, you know what? Oh well, if you guys want to judge me, whatever. So Danny, you are always welcome on on my panel, and let
Oh, thank
people say what they're gonna
you.
say.
Thank you. Thank you.
hmm So what did you have to say? What did you think about the video we just watched?
So I love the point that you brought up when nobody asked about the baby. Like, what was it? What was the sex of the baby? What happened to the baby? Where is the baby? Can I see the baby? Like,
hmm
nobody asked anything about the baby. So that was a really good point because I mean, for the girl, I mean, yeah, she's 19, she's old enough, but mentally, emotionally, we really don't know like where she was. You know what I mean? Like what was going on with her. Um but if her mom's a wackadoo, she may be a wackadoo. I mean, it's just a lot. We don't really know. You know what I mean? I haven't really followed it a lot since like the story first broke, but I don't know. I just felt so sad for that little baby. You know what I mean? And I agree with you too when you said that it's something else that they're not sharing. Like that's a great point. Like what
hmm
else like what happened to that baby?
So I also wanted to let you guys know on my first live, I did an update. Well, not an update. I let people know that there's actually a petition out for her because they want I went over the motions, and they
Mhm.
granted her access. Well, they granted her to be able to be admitted to New Mexico State University, but she wants to be close to her boyfriend. That's where her priorities are. She just wants to be with him, and she wants to talk to him because the state won't let him because he may be a potential witness, which I think, I don't know, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but I think that they're they don't want them to talk. And also because there was another case, and I forget the name, but they basically don't want her to be able to get pregnant again, to be able to offend all over again and do the same thing that she did to her baby, at least
Mm.
until she's, proven innocent, if she is. Um, but yeah, they don't want her getting pregnant, so they're not trying to have her, you know, they're not trying
Right.
to have her around her boyfriend. So there's
Mm.
one petition that the goal is 1,000 people, and they have 526. There's another one that their goal is 1,500, and they have 1,240. Um, hold on, because there's one that has reached. Hold on. There's one that had reached 14,000. Um, and I don't know what happened to it. Oh, okay. Now, um, they barely did it 6 days ago, and their goal is 25,000. And when I had reported on this, it was, I believe, 12,000,
Oh,
and that
wow.
was yeah, that was just like 2 3 days ago. So today, which is day number 6, they have 21,272 people who have signed this petition
Wow. And this is for her not to
to
be
get
able to
off
be enrolled
campus
in
because
this
they don't
school.
want her crusty, musty stuff over there.
Right.
I'm putting the link in there. So if anyone wants to sign this petition to get her butt off, I am angry and I am fired up because I don't know why they are affording this lady every kindness in the book. She is charged
Right.
with first degree murder against a baby, against her baby. Um, yeah, like I said, I got a lot of anger inside me right now because um since day one, the mom didn't care about the baby. The mom never asked about the baby, and the only thing that she cared about was getting her daughter home. The only thing Alexi was worried about was, I don't want to be in trouble by my mother, not please help me, please revive my baby. It just, I'm so angry.
No, I agree totally. It's yeah. She shouldn't even, I mean, the goal to even like say, "Oh, I want to go to school with my boyfriend." I mean, you should be thinking about what's going to happen to you, about, your future in other ways. Like you know, you're being charged with first degree murder. You killed excuse me, sorry.
Mhm. Mhm.
First degree unalivement. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
and you're thinking about going to school with your boyfriend.
Yeah, right. And then, she is Miss Cleo. And I'm sorry, babe, if I missed you. If you try to come up, I don't know if you did or not. But if I miss anyone who wants to come on the panel, just let me know. I'll drop the link. Miss Cleo says she seems like she was stuck in delusions of privilege. Exactly. Um, the place where they live in New Mexico, isn't it funny? Don't we know a lot about New Mexico right now, Danny? Um,
Yes.
so the people from New Mexico are weird. Anyway, the population where Alexi is from, it's only a population of 12,000. So she's afraid, she's afraid that, her business is going to get out because everybody knows everybody. Um, Miss Cleo, no, I'm working on it. Gotta remember my password. Yes, okay, okay, no problem. We'll be up here for a minute, or I will, because I got a couple things. I'm probably gonna try to go as long as I think I can to see, what I can do. Um, anyways, let me play. Let me say something before I do this because I do want to go over the video where she was where they first arrested her on May 10th. They first arrested her, and again, what they're worried about. The mom, first of all, she was like, oh, what is she arrested? What is she being arrested for? What's the charge? What's the charge? Do you really want them to tell you? I mean, come on. Why do the people act so ridiculous? Anyways, the first thing that they were asking is, can she take her tampons? Can she take, and then they let the sheriff let her go get them. It's like, why did you lie to this lady? Because you know that's contraband. Anything from the outside cannot go in the jail or the prison. It's like, even if they did, if you let her, I mean, why are you guys affording her all of these kindnesses? She doesn't deserve it, and she doesn't need it. Um. So yeah, and then the mom was like, "Oh, can I ride along, or can I follow you guys, and can I go with her? You can't follow her all the way in the jail, sweetheart."
Right.
Okay, so let me play this video. And Danny, if you wanna drop down and come back or whatever, however, you don't have to tell
Okay.
me like when or where, because I know that when I get on panels, I don't want to feel like telling them like, oh, I'm going or I'm coming back or whatever. So it's just like, you guys can come and go as you please.
Okay, awesome. I'm ready to
Okay,
watch
so I'm
the
gonna.
video.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't sharing my screen, so we're learning things every day. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. It didn't play the thing I wanted it to play anyway, so we're playing now. Thank you, Law and Crime. Like I said, this is backed by the fair use. I'm going to get my commentary on this. It's the video of the people and hopefully their reactions, and I hope it plays a reaction of the mother and Alexee. So I'll invite this up. Guys, hit the like, please. Thank you.
Trash can in a bloody bathroom she had just used. The high school senior was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence before her graduation.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out of me and I didn't know what to do.
Long Crime Network first brought you the Trevizo about the baby.
Okay. If you look at her face, I don't know who you're fooling, sweetheart, but there's no tears. There's no tears in that face, and I'm sick of it because she just is not even sad. I mean, you can clearly see there's no remorse, and I hope that they bring this up because there's no sadness like it from everyone, from her mother and her, and it's just like they didn't care about this baby at all. So, anyways, what she says is, Alexee, I told you to tell me. Like, it's a unalived baby, your family member, your grandchild, and that's your reaction. Yeah, and she does look like she's smirking, Miss Cleo, and I said that. Yeah, I definitely see that. So I'm glad that you see it as well.
See, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth. It was not ivermectin. What did you do to it?
We're hearing from medical staff who uncovered.
And she says it wasn't crying or anything. I don't care how many times that you say it. Who cares if it wasn't crying or anything? You know, the first thing that you would do is call for help. Someone give it CPR. Like, help me, help me. I mean, oh my God. Where do these people come from? So she's looking at the nurse like she's going to help her out. And it's like, no,
After she gave birth.
When I went in there, it was a gory, bloody massacre.
Body camera video shows police officers speaking with medical staff who worked the night Trevizo was admitted into the ER.
She said
I didn't know this video was going to have their own feedback, and I kind of don't like it, but my computer is going to be acting slow. Miss Cleo, if I birthed my baby and it wasn't unaliving, I'd scream and cry. Exactly. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't be able to stand. Yeah. I mean, I would want to go as well with it. So, I mean, that's my biggest fear. That's every actual parent's biggest fear. Oh, you wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to. Okay. I'm screaming and crying. Okay, so let's see. So like I said, the nurse just said again, it was a gory, bloody mess.
to go have a bowel movement, and that's kind of when the whole thing happened.
Hospital surveillance video shows Trevizo leave her patient at 1:38 a.m., waddling toward the bathroom while
All the nurses should have known what the heck she was doing, and when she asked to go to the bathroom, they should have known what was happening. These nurses are slow as heck. Killmaster, if I saw my son or daughter not breathing, I would immediately get help. Right. I don't care. Why are all these girls' defenses? Because this is not the first thing. This is not the first time it's happened, and it's happening more. why does it matter if it wasn't breathing? Why does it matter if it wasn't alive? It's not your job to go sit there and just, oh, let me forget about it. Let me bury it. They need to come down harder on these girls. And I think she needs to be the example, because I'm sick of this happening. They're already, making the signs for fire departments and hospitals to safely surrender. Let me go to this. Safe surrender. Oh, and one thing, I really want to try to get a mic, because I'm on my laptop and you can hear all the clicking and banging, and I think that's like, I'm kind of like, I'm cringing when I play back and I listen to it. So anyways, for the safe surrender, like I said, guys, you guys, anyone that is listening to this and you have a baby at any time for a whole year, I believe, and I don't know if it's longer, because, don't quote me, but I heard that for the first year, it's no questions asked at all. The national hotline for this, Safe Haven Crisis Line, 1-866-99-BABY-1. And I'm going to, let me open this. I don't know what's so hard, ladies, for these people to just, you could have just went in there and they don't ask you anything. Okay, so I'm going to share this. Because you never know who you can reach, and I don't know who's listening, but if you can see this, I don't know if my phone is slow or not, but it's barely picking it up. There it is. Okay, so I don't know where this is at, but they have baby drop boxes. This is how serious they are. That they don't care what you look like. They don't care who you are. They do not care. Someone's going to be on the other side of this box to receive that baby. They're not going to chase you down. They're not going to grab your arm as soon as you try to give the baby, if they don't care. A silent alarm will activate as soon as you open that, so someone will know to go and make sure to receive the baby. They don't care. Like I said, Safe Haven baby box drop off. Please do not open the door unless you are in need of services. Okay? They're serious about this. And it's sad that we have to come up with ways like this, because you guys, not you guys, but the ladies who do this they don't have enough carriage. They do not have enough carriage to just put it up for adoption, or, even when you're pregnant. I mean, you can start doing the adoption process. I mean, there's people who would love to have a baby that cannot have one. Let me read. Danny, I know me. I'd have a meltdown. Yes, I would have a meltdown as well. Miss Cleo, they have metal boxes at the hospital that you can put the baby in just to surrender without your identity. Right. And people are waiting by those boxes, so the baby ain't just chilling in there. It's honestly no excuse in today's society. Right. That's what I'm saying, is that they got to crack down harder on these people who are doing this, because we are trying very hard to make it easy for you guys. I mean, I don't know what's so hard about it. I don't know why it's so embarrassing, or whatever you guys are feeling. I definitely, like I said, I want to understand her. Chill Master, I don't have any kids, but I wholeheartedly will just seek to help any baby, even if it's not mine. To be honest, I would do so unequivocally, undoubtedly. Exactly, Denny baby. I would have traveled to get that baby. Right. Oh my God. That baby, I just love babies. Okay. So that's a safe surrender. I just wanted to show that and give out that number. anyone, if you guys have it on your heart, you guys want to donate to my channel so I can upgrade a couple of things, maybe get a new mic. My Cash App is pinned under my name, Aqua8Queen. That's my Cash App. Hopefully, I mean, I'm slowly but surely getting more subscribers and getting more watch time. Let's see. Oh, what happened to the video? Just wait, is it the same? Let me check this out. So we can go ahead and keep on watching this video so you guys can kind of hear, I guess, the other feedback from Law and Crime, from what they saw. So the male nurse didn't really, to me, I don't feel like, I didn't go through it all, but I don't feel like he really gave anything of value. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. And I'm going to share my screen so you can hear from the cleaning lady. Let's see what she has to say.
People who saw the bathroom describing fresh blood on the floor and near the toilet.
The toilet's right here where you're at, and then the sink's right here. It was like up this way.
What?
Like
In your line of work, what would cause that kind of splatter?
I think pulled out or ripped. Like if you rip something and blood just went. It was like once you.
So, if you guys get it or not, she's trying to express how the lady like tore it off. Like they obviously know they're talking about the umbilical cord. So she's trying to like get you guys a picture what it looked like because the cord has blood in it, and they're trying to identify the blood spatter, which they will find out because the umbilical cord has really great blood in there with the cells and everything. Like, you know, that cord blood is really beneficial. So I'm pretty sure it has a couple of the things that they can identify that is the cord blood.
See the photo, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just.
So like you say, like rip, like something went like that.
Yeah, like if you when you rip something, or if you cut something and you go like blood just splatters.
Okay, so
that's how it looked.
Oh, so this was fresh to you.
Yes, this blood was fresh. You could even smell it.
We didn't know what this blood was from. We were a little concerned that maybe she had, known that we were going to figure it out and that she might have harmed herself or something in the restroom. So the doc wanted to go check her, but obviously that wasn't the case.
Unclear as to what had happened, other nursing staff care for Trevizo, believing she had a miscarriage.
Oh, she came out of the restroom.
Okay, so this is the nurse, Chillmaster. Chillmaster gave me kind of like an insight about what this lady had said, what Alexee Trevizo had talked about, particularly about some diet pills that she took and how she like stopped taking birth control, and the nurse's speculation on what she thought she meant. So this is about to come up. Let's see. Yeah, Danny, I can't even imagine the horror scene that they seen. That's crazy. If there's any audio issues or anything like that, please let me know, because for some reason on the StreamYard I'm showing up twice and I don't know why. But anyways, let's play this.
Little trail of blood from the bathroom back to her room. We went to her room. I went to get her undressed. The doctor came in, explained to her that she had a miscarriage. Her and her mom had a back and forth about it.
The doctor said she.
So this is the lady that I'm kind of irked about, because you're a whole nurse. Like, she said that she didn't even like, she couldn't tell if she went into labor. Like, she literally looked under there and she couldn't even tell. Like, they thought she had a miscarriage. Like, how do you think she had a miscarriage? Like, I don't know. I guess there's no signs. I mean, the placenta, I think, was still inside of her, so they didn't know at this point. I guess that's probably the big takeaway. So if the placenta was not in there, I don't know if it would be any different. But this lady didn't even realize that she gave birth. Like, how do you not? I mean, did she not? I mean, whatever. Okay, let's go.
You had a miscarriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said it seems essentially, like, I'm not sure the exact words. So it was a few months ago, but she said, it seems that you've suffered from a miscarriage, which totally abnormal. I've seen awful miscarriages before that are very bloody. And so
Was she bloody?
Mhm.
Like
And then there
her
was-
legs? And
yeah, she had blood all down her legs, and then there was like blood in the bathroom everywhere. So
Where exactly was the blood and how much?
it was a good amount. It was like on the floor.
Minutes later, cleaning staff arrived to wash
Yeah. I just wanted to pause this really quickly and just say that this is backed by the fair use.
up the bathroom.
I was called and to go clean the patient's bathroom in ER around, I can't, maybe 2:00 or so. I think it was the time. I'm not too sure. So when I went in there, it was a bloody massacre mess.
Could you describe it, if possible?
Yeah, there was blood. There was blood on the floor, on the wall.
Do you remember which wall?
The one behind the toilet, and then the one on the side.
Yeah, so I guess that coincides with her sitting on the toilet. I think that's the only truth that Alexee told. Way to go. You can, I guess, probably tell a little bit of truth.
Right here. There's the one where the toilet sits, back of that.
Yeah.
And then on the side.
Where the call button is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And on the floor, everywhere.
After cleaning the entire bathroom twice, the cleaner grabbed the trash bag to toss it away. That's when she discovered the newborn baby.
When I went to go through the trash, I felt that when I looked in it, there was trash in it. But I knew that it didn't feel like when I picked it up, it was some weight. So I thought the trash bags, because we put the trash bags on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started getting the out, and then.
Oh my God, Danny, baby, thank you so much. Guys, there's some people on here that they get so high and mighty, and hey, I'm not. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care what it is. It's coming from your hard-earned money, and I appreciate it. So, Danny, thank you for supporting me. I received your Cash App. I'm so grateful. I'm so just to know that you guys are even in here in my chat, even just viewing me. I appreciate it. I love the comments. I love interacting with you guys. I just appreciate just anything that you guys do. I love it, and keep it up.
I did that. I seen that there was a baby in there, and that's when I freaked out, and I called HT or the nurses up front, and because there was a baby in the trash, and the baby, when I looked at it, the baby was wrapped up like in a like at the bottom of the trash can, and with trash on top of it, and in a trash bag.
So you don't only discard your child, but you throw trash on top of it like it was nothing. I mean, the whole time that they're discussing the whole incident, they're talking about if she kind of got what would you describe it as? I mean, they act like she threw away her phone or something. I mean, or got something like some mud on her pants. I mean, this child was nothing to them. Marsha, hi, thank you for joining me. She said, hi, Nanya, just stopping by to like and support. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, they're acting like this child was nothing. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, it's your own blood. I don't care if this girl had aspirations and she was supposed to go somewhere. I mean, it's still your family. It's a baby. So, and they're acting like, she got some grass stains on her white shoes or something and had to throw them away. And oh my God, I just bought you those. Oh my God, Alexee, I told you to tell me.
And so, how did you see it like as soon as you picked it up?
No, after I picked up the trash bag that was on top, you know,
Okay,
where
so
they were throwing the trash at. When I picked that up to change it, that's when I noticed that there was when I seen the baby.
You like describe the baby?
Yeah, he was like that big. He had hair, and he was like purplish, but still not like pink. You know, I don't know how to describe it. You know, he was like, he wasn't bruised or nothing like that, and he was like purple, pink skin type color.
The cleaner then calls for a nurse who describes the disturbing moment the infant was discovered.
This
And then
poor
when I
lady,
picked it up,
the one that was just talking, she just breaks my heart because you can tell by the kind of how she's talking and describing the baby that you can tell. Like, if she would have discovered the baby alive and, you know, right there on the floor of the bathroom, she would have took it in an instant. And this lady is scarred for life. You know, I feel so bad for her for what she found. Just so saddened.
that's when I noticed it even more because all I saw was black and purple. But once we picked it up, like the bag suctioned to his face, and that's when I yelled for my charges, which was
That most disturbing detail that is going to stick with me is that this nurse right here, or the cleaning lady, whatever she is, she said that the bag sucked into his face. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Just, oh my God. I'm already scarred from this case and listening to the details, and I know that the trial is going to be very hard on me. Like I said, guys, in my first video, this trial is to be set for about 4 to 6 weeks, and that's including going through all the jurors. They're going to have a very large call for these jurors because they want to make sure that they get the right jurors that don't feel any type of way about it, that really haven't heard much about it. So they're hoping for that. And if they don't get what they want, they're going to try to change the venue. Yeah.
HT. And I told him, hey, she put her baby in the trash can. So I handed the baby to him. And he took off to the trauma room and opened up the bag. And then that's when we went and got Dr. Vasquez.
Do you notice right there how common sense works? She knew immediately. She wasn't like circling. She knew immediately who it was and what they did. She said, hey, she put her baby in that trash can. That's common sense right there. And her lawyer is freaking nuts.
Police then hear from the nurse in charge, who says it was clear early on that the newborn was dead.
I go in the bathroom and she goes, something's in the trash can. I'm like, I looked in there, there's a clean liner. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, pick it up. I think I could feel the weight. I knew he had a serious problem. I immediately I just went right across on the trauma 2. The liner was pulled out, but there was another trash bag in there in the bottom, but it was all it was rolled up. So I had to tear it apart. And then, of course, I saw the baby in there.
Okay,
so
guys, so if you just heard what he said, he said that the baby was rolled up into that bag and he had to rip it as well. So this totally just destroys her claims of, oh, I just put it in there. I just placed him in there. No, you didn't. You definitely did not. Okay, guys, so I've been live for 55 minutes. I want to just give a little bit of time for anyone that wants to come up on this panel and just speak briefly. Just, you know, anybody that wants to say anything at all. I know that I have also shared my Instagram. If anybody has anything else that they think that I might need to see, that they want me to share on the channel and speak about, I will put my Instagram in there for you guys. I dropped the chat, so if anybody wants to come up and say anything at all, and I'm going to get that. So my Instagram is also right here. Like I said, if you guys have any other evidence or anything that I haven't spoke about that is compelling to you, I would love to see it. Chill Master has shared some things with me. And I actually, let me see if I can find that piece really quickly that she spoke about. The nurse, the female nurse that Chill Master actually showed me. Let me see. While I wait for someone, if anybody wants to come up. Let's see. On the screen, I'm going to show that again. Danny baby, I'm looking forward to following you, following this trial with you. Thank you, honey. I'm glad, because I'm definitely like, I cannot wait to this trial. I've covered a lot of trials, and I wish I would have like been,
Right.
that she's speaking.
If you know you're pregnant, you're not going to continue taking birth control pills.
Okay, yes. This is it. This is what Chill Master sent me in my inbox, and hold on, this lady. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, so we can hear what Chill Master sent me, so we can see what this lady's saying.
Tried to hide this pregnancy from her mother for some time. Mm-hmm. So if you know you're pregnant, you're not going to continue taking birth control pills.
Goodness, I missed that. I don't know how they're chopping up this video. Let me see.
Yeah, she wouldn't sit still for you. I'm sure she was very uncomfortable too, but yeah, she wouldn't allow you to do it.
It seemed like she'd been trying to hide this pregnancy from her mother for some time. Mm-hmm. So if you know you're pregnant, you're not going to continue taking birth control pills. But if you're trying to hide it, you might start taking weight loss medications. That's just kind of what it seemed like in my head.
Other staff.
Okay, so I guess in this clip, she doesn't say what she said. I would have to probably find it just so I can put it back up for you guys. But what she said is, Alexee said, where is that quote? Would there be any, and it's like not 100% her quote, but basically, she said, would there be any bad outcomes if I stopped taking birth control pills and started taking diet pills? And she said that. So then this lady is saying, well, obviously, if you know you're pregnant, you're not going to keep taking birth control pills. And if you're going to try to hide it, you're going to take diet pills. But I also feel like Alexee, by taking the diet pill, I feel like maybe she was trying to miscarry. I really feel like she was trying to miscarry, because in the toxicology report, which I will bring it up on my next live, they're trying to say that the hospital is liable and responsible for what happened to the baby. But when they gave her morphine, the baby only had 19 nanograms of morphine in his system. And phentermine, the diet pill that she was taking, the baby had 420 nanograms. I don't really know how side by side how that compares. I don't know if that's a lot, because it's still a nanogram, not a full gram. That's still a lot more than the morphine. So it's like, okay, what about your diet pills? If you think that the hospital's liable, it seems like you're 400 more times liable than the hospital. And I want to state once again that the baby had air in his lungs and also his stomach. So he had to be taking a breath. I don't know if he was crying or not, but he had to, for it to travel all the way down to his stomach. So come on, guys. I don't know where common sense kicks in for some of these people in New Mexico, but hopefully it does kick in for some of the jurors. Hopefully all of them. I hope that one of those jurors aren't, like the lawyer. Phentermine is related to amphetamine. Thank you, Chill Master, for that. Yes, It is. And I don't know how skinny she thought she was going to get. I mean, why couldn't she just go get and I don't know if New Mexico allows it, but why couldn't she just go get it taken care of? Maybe she found out too late. I mean, she found out though, because I feel like they could have gotten a home pregnancy test. You know, nobody's gonna find out. And I hope the state. That's one thing I wanted to say. I hope the state can track that down by a credit card, by a video. Come on, you guys. I want to probably email the DA. I don't even know if they're allowed to look at the emails, because I think that they're really not allowed to take tips and stuff. I don't know. But I hope that they look that up. They try to find that evidence, because I would even work for that. I would try to see if I can get them on any type of surveillance, like at the general store, or if someone remembered them saying, hey, I remember seeing them at a CVS. I don't know if they have CVSs, but I remember seeing them. You know, I hope it starts to awaken people. And then one more thing before I forget, I wanted to retract my previous statement. The judge is not Luce. Luce is Miss Luce. She is the state. So the judge's name is Jane Gray. And like I've said before, is she doesn't have any clerks. She's older and she's slower. So I don't know when she's going to come out with the rest of her decisions on the motions that they want to hear from, because they're trying to suppress the other evidence. They're trying to suppress the evidence that we just seen about her coming and going from the hospital bathroom, and also like the body cam footage where she admits. If you go and view on my shorts, I have a lot of shorts on this case. That's what I started doing before I started doing lives. This is only my third live. I deleted the second. Don't ask me why. Anyways, what was I just saying? So if you look at my shorts, I have a short on there where she definitely admits to she put the baby in the bag. And she admits, I know that if it goes through, they're gonna try to fight and say that she didn't say this, but she definitely did. She said, I put it in the bag, I put it in the trash bag because it was crying. She admitted to her mom because they thought that, I don't know, they must have forgot that he was wearing a body cam. Maybe they thought it wasn't on. I don't know. But she says, because it was crying. So please look at my shorts, because I even wrote it on there. And I put first, you know, she says this, and then second, she says that. I put hospital audio on there, hospital audio. So yeah, she definitely admits it, and that's what they're trying to suppress. Danny baby, it depends on how hard the DA tries the case and how much evidence is suppressed, but I feel they are going to hide as much as they can. Oh my goodness, from Danny. Yes. So I cannot wait until the judge comes out with her decisions, and I'm definitely going to go live about that and let you guys know. I pray. I mean, you guys please pray too, that they don't suppress that body cam footage, because they're trying to say it's like HIPAA and she has privacy, privacy privilege and all that. But the state is saying she doesn't have privacy privilege. She doesn't. We're not going against HIPAA, because once you allow someone else in your room, it doesn't matter who it is. If it's a parent, a child, it doesn't matter. When you tell them it's okay for someone else to come in the room with me, you're revoking your privilege at that moment, because there's no way. How would they know what that other person you brought in the room is going to say? They can go and put it on social media and say, hey, I went to the hospital with so-and-so, and they, this is what happened. I mean, can you imagine if she took one of her little friends in there and they came out and they told everyone what happened in there, what they heard? I mean, anything. So yeah. Am I done with this already? This lady? Yeah, I am done. Let me see. Yeah, so I don't think I have anyone else that wants to come up and join my panel. If you guys have any questions, I mean, you can ask me in the chat. If you don't feel like coming up, I can definitely just speak with you guys over comments. And please, those of you on the replay, please like, please comment. If you have any feedback for me, that would be amazing. I really appreciate everyone who stopped in with me and who's taking the time to watch my videos. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, so the trial starts in October. I keep seeing a couple different dates. And I'm kind of like, I'm nervous about that because I seen that there was a date for 2024 and I hope not, because I'm ready for October the 2nd. And I don't know why there's different dates. And hopefully I can find the whole stream of the court. And I hope that this Judge Jane Gray, she needs to learn how to use the Zoom and how to take controls away from the people, because there was just too many distractions. And I feel like also the attorney Gary Mitchell, the Crypt Keeper, he's gonna argue that when they were doing these motions that he was being disrupted and he was being muted and stuff like that. So Jane, Miss Jane, Judge Jane Gray, you need to take some classes, or you need to wise up on Zoom. Okay, guys. Well, I don't see anybody that wants to come up. Like I said, if you guys can sow a seed into my channel, it's new. I would like to probably get a mic or something like that, because every time I touch the keys on my laptop, you guys can hear, and that's kind of janky to me. But thank you guys. Thank you for stopping in with me. Good night. Bye.